I've lost 25 pounds over the last 14 months, and these are a few of my favorite sweet, high-protein, easy breakfast recipes to help fat loss. These recipes are lower calorie and prioritize protein and fiber to help keep you satisfied and fuller for longer. Full recipes and measurements are in the description and on the screen. This blue coconut chia pudding parfait has 9 grams of fiber and 38 grams of protein for only 350 calories, and it's a super easy meal or snack that you can prep in advance. You'll need 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened coconut milk, which is about 180 milliliters, 1 dropper full of stevia or sweetener of choice, and you can adjust this to your own personal taste. I like it pretty sweet. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Add another tablespoon if you like a really thick chia pudding. This is totally optional, but I add about 1/4 teaspoon of spirulina to give it that beautiful blue color. 20 grams of protein powder, which is for me a little bit less than a scoop. Then you're gonna mix this well and try and make sure the chia seeds are pretty evenly distributed throughout the mix. Cover it and put it in the fridge for a few hours or overnight. Once the chia pudding is set, I like to layer the chia with vanilla Greek yogurt to make a parfait. You can top this with whatever toppings you'd like. I just did frozen berries for this video, but I also love adding granola, coconut, chocolate chips, dried fruit. You can really do anything you want here. I love to prep these and put them in mason jars so they're super easy to take on the go. This recipe is the crossover of my peanut butter obsession and my granola obsession. For 153 calories, you're getting 12 grams of protein, and this recipe makes 10 servings. First thing, preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then you'll need about 75 grams of dates. For me, that ended up being about 5, and you can use another dried fruit if you prefer. If you are doing dates, I love to get dates with pits in them because I find that they are so much more juicy and flavorful. Pitted dates tend to be a little bit dry and sad. Then I chop these dates up pretty finely. If you like, you can coat them in cornstarch or flour. Otherwise, they do tend to stick together, which I don't mind too much, but just keep in mind they probably won't get distributed as evenly throughout the granola because they tend to clump together. Then I added a cup of puffed rice, which you can substitute with more oats or a grain of your choice. Then I added a cup of whole grain oats. Whole grain oats just have a little bit more protein than regular, but regular rolled oats will totally work too. And 15 grams of unsweetened coconut chips. 4 scoops of vanilla protein powder, which is about 108 grams. Then you're gonna combine this well. In a small microwave-safe container, I combined 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter that I mixed with water, 2 tablespoons of regular peanut butter, 2 tablespoons of honey, or you can use whatever liquid sweetener you'd like, and 2 tablespoons of monk fruit maple syrup, but you can sub a different liquid sweetener of choice here if you'd like. I microwaved this for about 20 seconds until it was a runny consistency, and this part is super important for mixing. Then you're going to mix it well. Keep in mind this mix is quite dry, but give it a good minute or 2 of mixing before you add any more liquid. I did end up adding a splash of almond milk, so totally feel free to do that if there's lots of loose protein powder at the bottom, but this mix is purposefully pretty dry because the nut butters and oils add a lot of calories, and I wanted the focus of this granola to be the protein. Then spread this evenly across a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and bake for about 5 minutes. Pull it out and mix it around. If you like big chunks of granola, then you don't need to mix as much. Then pop it back in and bake for another 3 to 5 minutes or until golden brown. You're gonna wanna keep your eyes on this because it sneaks up on you. There are so many ways you can use this granola. I love to use it kind of as a cereal with milk, on top of yogurt parfaits or chia pudding, on top of smoothie bowls, or even by itself as a snack. Growing up, I'd always eat this lime cheesecake Greek yogurt. So this is the healthier, higher protein, lower sugar version of that. This recipe has almost 30 grams of protein for 200 calories, and it tastes incredible. Mix together half a serving of protein powder and a splash of milk. I find that if you don't add the extra milk, the yogurt gets a little bit gluey and chunky, and it's just not great. Then I add 170 grams of non-fat, unsweetened Greek yogurt. I like to add the juice of half a lime, but you can taste and adjust this. I also added about a dropper full of stevia, tasting and adjusting this as well. You can use whatever sweetener you'd prefer. Then I added the zest of half a lime. If you're using bottled lime juice, then you can skip this, but I do find that it gives it a nice flavor, and I think the flecks of green look really nice as well. Then you're gonna mix everything together well. I topped this with crushed graham cracker. You can use a granola here too if you'd like, but I find that the graham cracker really gives it the cheesecake flavor. And I also added Lily's sugar-free white chocolate chips, but you can use regular white chocolate if you'd prefer. If you are gonna prep this in advance and take it on the go, make sure not to add the graham crackers until the very last second so they don't get soggy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you love these recipes, and I hope they gave you some inspiration of how you can still eat delicious foods while losing fat and reaching your health goals. If you'd like to see more from me, make sure to subscribe. I upload new videos every 3 days, and I will see you next time.